while I'm on the subject, nobody cares about this stuff, but I don't care. While I'm on the subject, hang on, I'll just open the door because Kaylee might come in. Kaylee, where are you? Hey, hello, say hello to everybody. Hey, there you go, look, there's you. Yeah, links my phone. But while I'm on the subject, I was trying to imagine how a brick can be a wave, for my own purposes in my own head, when it's not waving in, and when nothing but the brick is waving. And had to sit there and think of a way to think about that. When a brick is flying through space, all by itself, nobody even is aware of where it is. It's a they call it a wave function. It's a wave function moving through space. And here's how I did it for myself. How I imagined that. Because with a Mexican wave at the footy, with a Mexican wave, the wave goes round the ground. But it's actually people putting their hands up and down, and the wave is just the effect that you see, but it's actually people putting their hands up and down. And the same goes with a water wave in the ocean. It's the water going up and down, but because that one goes up and down, that bit of water, and the next bit goes up and down just after it, you see a wave moving along. But what you're calling the wave is kind of an illusion. The wave depends on something else going up and down, or this way and that way, or whatever, There's something else there. But when a brick is flying through space, the space itself is not doing anything, I think. But it itself is the wave. Because the Mexican wave, which is that thing that's going around, itself is not going around. The people are going up and down with their hands. That's weird. Here's how I imagined it. You get one row of people at the MCG, just one row, and they're doing the Mexican wave, but none of the other rows up and down. Just that one row. Because normally you have the Mexican wave is a line going around the MCG, because you got the whole bay of people is waving up and down. So you get this effect like a line going. Just get one row of people to do it. So it's still a Mexican wave and everyone's going like that, and but it's actually a single line going around the MCG. But it's still not like the brick, because if the people stop, the Mexican wave stops. But in the case of a brick flying through space, it's a wave that keeps going by itself without the need for something else to be kind of helping it along. So here's how I imagined it. You're up with the pigeons up the top of the grandstand, and you're watching down below the Mexican wave going round and round and round. You're watching that looks really good, whoosh, Mexican wave, just a single line. And then suddenly all the people stop. But the Mexican wave keeps going. That will be a freaky experience. So you'd go like that and say, hey, come on, what's going on here? But there it is, and then all the people go home, and you're sitting there, you're the only person in the MCG, and the Mexican wave's still going around. The MCG, round and round and round, you're looking at it, and you're ringing your mum, and you say, I'm watching a Mexican wave here, but there's no people. She says, you're an idiot, Damien. That's how I imagine, that's how weird it is, the way an electron or something just moves along, and it's a wave, not waving in anything. It's the wave. Yeah? Not like a water wave, where the water wave is the water going up and down. There's nothing going up and down. It's going... That's weird. Oh, and if you got two of those Mexican waves going in opposite directions and they hit each other, they collide. Now that's weird. And actually, with a bang. You know, if you're thinking they're two electrons going one way around the MCG and the other way, the people have gone, but the Mexican wave is still going. How? You know, just is, because we don't know what an electron is deep down. Just is. Okay, so you've got two waves, one going one way and one going the other way, and they get round the other side and both of them meet, and they're two waves. If you had people doing it, the two waves would actually go right through each other. Same goes with water waves, you know. When two waves meet, they go through each other. See it all the time. And if someone starts a Mexican wave in both directions at the MCG, the Mexican waves go right through each other, as if they didn't even see each other. But let's say you start those two Mexican waves, one going one way and one going the other way, and you've only brought this up for the purposes of trying to conceptualize an electron going one way around the other way around, which is the sort of thing they do in the Large Hadron Collider. It's circular. Anyway, make one go around the other way, one go around the other way, and one way and the other way. And you would think they would... See, it's not the same sort of when you call an electron or a photon a wave, it's not the same sort of wave as a water wave or a Mexican wave. It's not the same sort of wave because they don't go through each other. The two electrons, that wave goes around that way and that way one goes around, and when they collide, when they come together, even though they're waves, they present to each other as solids. Or, you know, well, we won't call them solids yet, but they collide catastrophically. Yeah. And like billiard balls, if it's a dead hit, if it's a dead-on hit. And at that point in time, you say, hang on, I thought they were a wave. Which they were. You weren't wrong. And yet, when those two waves collided, they didn't do what I expected them to do, which is what a Mexican wave would do. They collided catastrophically. And I need to come, and then I'd be sitting up there in the stands and I said, I saw that. And I need to come up with a word that describes that. And then I sit there and I say, I don't know, I'll just come up with a word, you know, like blanc or something. You make up a word and you make up the word solid, all right? They're hard. Or they're solid in some way, you know. They were a wave. I saw they were a wave. They were waves, two waves. But when they came together, they presented to each other as solids. So they're a wave and they're a solid together, and that's that's the kind of weirdness of the way the world is deep down. And then someone could come up to me and I could tell them that story, and they say, wow, they're really a wave, aren't they? You know, it's just an illusion that they're solids, isn't it? You know, it could be a New Age hippie or something. Everything's a wave, man. You're a wave, you know. And I say, yeah, you're right, but they did collide catastrophically, so they're solids as well, aren't they? They're both. Now, I'm speaking all of the, like if there was a cosmologist or whatever, or someone really smart watching this, they'd go, you're an idiot. You know, I'm with your mum, Damien. You're an idiot. I'll explain. Sit down. I say, no, don't explain. My head's already full. This is about as much as I can handle. You know, this is as close as I get without my head exploding. Okay. Now look at this. Look at the cam. Bye.